This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
Of all the characters in the pantheon of conservative politicians who have done more damage, or at least significant damage to our democracy, and ushered in an era of Republican recalcitrance, there's probably no one worse. There are certainly some equally worse, but no one worse than Newt Gingrich, who is but a liar and a charlatan, and maybe in the mid-90s, he was able to pull the wool over people's eyes as some kind of a patriot, some kind of an ideological, consistent individual who really cared about the budget, who really cared about his contract with America. That is no longer, never was the case, I believe. But it is absolutely no longer the case now. Newt Gingrich has become nothing but a bootlicking sycophant for Donald Trump and his autocratic wishes. Newt Gingrich has used the skill set that he has honed over the many decades of communication to lie and create subterfuge around political issues. Especially right now, talking about the aftermath of the insurrection against the United States government. The attempted coup, the failed coup, but attempted coup, attempted overthrow of our government by way of overturning a free and fair and settled American election. We all witnessed the insurrection, live on television, the unmatched violence at the hands of white nationalists, white supremacists, and just run-of-the-mill dumb Trump supporters. We know what it was. It was indeed a coup. And Newt Gingrich was on last night on Fox News defining what a coup is, and saying what we witnessed on January 6, 2021 was not a coup in any way. And that it's just hysteria on the part of people like me and others in the Democratic Party and on the left. Hysteria. Watch this clip. We'll talk about it on the other side.
But a real coup is an effort to occupy the government and to change who controls Washington. There's no evidence of anything like a coup here. This is all hysteria by the left.
Did you catch that? Let me read the quote again. A real coup is an effort to occupy the government. Check. They occupied the government. And to change who controls Washington. Check. One more. Newt Gingrich, you nailed them both. And that is exactly what we witnessed on January 6, 2021. They did indeed occupy the government. They occupied the very seat of our democracy, the temple of our democracy, it's commonly referred to, the Capitol building. They erected a hangman's gallows on the lawn of the Capitol, just several hundred feet from where Mike Pence was, while they chanted, "Hang Mike Pence," while they threatened death and assassination of the Vice President of the United States of America with the, some would say, tacit approval of Donald Trump. They also attempted to stop the counting and the certification of the Electoral College vote count and throw it back to the states so Donald Trump could reinsert himself as president of the United States. It is by definition a coup. It is by definition an insurrection against the United States. And for you pumpkin-headed freak, to get on Fox News and lie like the grifting, charlatan, bootlicking sycophant that you are is not shocking. It's not surprising, but it's gross. Luckily for us, I believe that Americans everywhere are waking up. There are those of us who have been awake to this for as long as this has been taking place, before Trump even took office. But more and more, there are Republicans, many who watch this channel, who hear what people like Newt Gingrich say. They may have been watching last night. And they say to themselves, it just doesn't ring right to me. If this is indeed what a coup is, you must occupy the government and try to change who controls Washington. Well, that's exactly what they intended to do. That was indeed their modus operandi. Was it not? Newt Gingrich? Was it not? Republicans? The misinformation and propaganda out there is going to be running rampant. They're going to ramp up their efforts to lie and divert and distract from the truth. And it started last night when during the 8 o'clock hour here on the East Coast, Tucker Carlson ran a show commercial free in fear that if they broke to commercial, people would click over and see what was happening and get the truth about the thing that Tucker Carlson and Newt Gingrich and Donald Trump and the rest of them have been lying about for the better part of a year and a half. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. If I do something for you that you appreciate and you'd like to help support my work here, you'd like to help produce what I do here, there's several ways. One is you can buy the merch like I'm wearing right now, the Fight Poverty, Not the Poor. I'm attending the Poor People's and Low Wage Workers Assembly and Moral March on Washington and to the polls on June 18th. And I have these shirts and another that's Poverty is a Public Policy Choice. I have these made in support of that movement, of that march. If you'd like to take part in helping support that movement, please consider buying one of these shirts. They are on my Teespring store. There's the merch shelf underneath the video here. You can get them there. There'll also be a link in the description, and I'll probably pin a comment as well. The other way, if you'd like to on an ongoing basis support my work, click the join button below this video. Become a channel member for $1.99 a month, just pennies a day, or you can click on over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Follow me on social media. I am @Dollemore on Twitter, @Dollemore on Instagram, @Dollemore on TikTok. I'd love to see you there. I love you guys. I appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.